Episode 1 kicks off with Chi-Cheng chilling on a couch. The whole vibe is dark and broody, and then the camera pans back to reveal a large display case. And what's in the case? A giant white snake. Because apparently my nightmares aren't scary enough already. Full disclosure, I hate snakes. Hate them. But since Revenge Love received rave reviews, I braved it. If you're squeamish, fair warning. There are a lot of snakes in this show. Chung isn't just a snake hobbyist. Nope, he's a full-on breeder. He even takes his boa out in public like it's a designer bracelet, just casually wrapped around his wrist. Like, hey, some people wear Rolex, I wear Reptile. Then Chung gets a phone call. Someone says, I got a new snake, do you dare come? And Chung? He's like, yeah, sure, let's play. 2 minutes in and I'm already intrigued. What is this secret snake club? He ends the call, strolls to the white snake's tank, and literally says, Hong Long, time for your performance. This all would be funny if he didn't just feed it a live squeaking mouse. Yeah, that's a hard note for me. If animal feeding scenes make you cringe, buckle up. This show does not hold back. Then we switch gears and meet Wu Chi-Kong. He's home cooking with his mom, excited for dinner with his girlfriend. Sweet, right? Except the girlfriend is late. He goes to find her. And what do we get? Enter Yue, aka Skinny Mean Girl. She's pacing around like she just smelled rotten fish, holding her nose in disgust. When Chi-Kong says they're waiting for her, she goes full savage, tells him he's fat, poor, ugly, and she's ashamed of him. Like, girl, did you leave your soul at home? Chi-Kong is heartbroken, pleads with her, I can change. And then out of nowhere, this guy swoops in and bricks him with a brick. This is Wang Jimlong, who we will now refer to as Wang Douche, short for douchebag, because he earned it. And here it is. The moment we finally get an answer to what Chung means when he whispers to his white snake, it's time for your performance. Spoiler, it's not a Broadway debut. Nope, we're talking about a snake fight club. Yes, you heard that right. A freaking underground fight club for snakes. First thought, gross. Second thought, do people actually do this? Wait, never mind, because seriously, I don't want to know. The scene is dark, gritty, and apparently sponsored by nightmares. But through the haze, we get a good look at Chi-Cheng. And let me tell you, this man is sizzling hot with a side of effortless swag. He isn't alone, though. He's joined by Guo Cheng-yu, who is also very handsome. So now we have two ridiculously good-looking men sitting in a shady snake arena while a crowd of grown men cheer for reptiles trying to choke each other out. Am I the only one looking for the nearest exit sign? While the snakes go at it, Chung sits cool, calm, and puffing a cigarette like he's above all this. Because apparently, he is. His snake wins, and I don't even know how to react here. The crowd either cheers or boos depending on whether or not they lost their rent money on the match. Personally, I'm still stuck on the fact that this movie just asked me to watch snake-on-snake violence like it's a fun Friday night activity. Cruel? Yeah. Creepy? Double yeah. But I get it. It's supposed to give us insight into Chung's world. Translation, he's hot, mysterious, and apparently okay with violence. Then Chung says, spoils. And Chung-yu repeats, spoils, and calls over some poor, terrified young guy like it's medieval times, and Chung has just conquered a kingdom. Apparently, that's the bet. Cringy with a capital C. But the best part? The movie finally shows us who Chung really is. He tilts his head, slides his hand slowly, borderline sensually, around the guy's neck, and boom. We know Chung isn't calling him over to discuss interest rates or the weather. No, sir. Gay? Bisexual? The man's sexuality isn't in question anymore. It's lit up like a neon sign at Pride. Sexy, ruthless, dangerous. And oh yeah, did I mention the underground snake fight club? Because apparently, nothing says romantic tension, quite like strangling reptiles for sport. Who does that? Cut to Chi Kong waking up in a clinic bed where we finally get some relief. Hello, Dr. Jiang Xiaoshuai. He's polite, caring, and honestly, a snack. The doctor tells him a girl brought him in. Chi Kong, ever the optimist, grins. That was my girlfriend. And Dr. Jiang was like, sweetie, she showed up with another dude. Then he adds insult to injury. They told me to use the cheapest medicine available. Oof. Skinny mean girl strikes again. Guys, here's where I fall head over heels for Dr. Zhang. He's no fool, no gaslighting, no fake sympathy. He looks Chi Kong dead in the eye and basically says, buddy, I think you're being cheated on. Boom. Mic drop. I love that he's serving up piping hot truth this early. Like, we're still unwrapping the snacks and he's already cutting through the BS buffet. Yes, Dr. Zhang is not about the nonsense, and I'm eating it up as I lean into my screen like a nosy neighbor peeking through the blinds. Give me more of this savage honesty, please. None of that. Let's let the character wander around clueless like a lost toddler at the mall. Energy? No, sir. Not today. Chi Kong admits she dumped him. And honestly, he blames himself because he's ugly, lazy, and uncool. Sir, that's not self-awareness. That's a Yelp review of your own life. And yeah, he really does look like a hot mess here, but somehow it's cute, like a baby raccoon digging through takeout bags. If you zoom in, you can totally see where the show patted him with a little belly and bulk. Bless the props department for their downgrade makeover. We all know the cute hottie is lurking under there somewhere, and I cannot wait for the big reveal. From dumpster chic to daddy material. So Chi Kong starts spiraling, calling himself a loser. Cue tiny violins and dramatic lighting. But my guy Dr. Zhang swoops in like the emotional support friend we all need. He cuts him off and reminds him he's got potential. The chemistry? Straight up adorable. I'm sitting here, snacks in hand, rooting for these two friends like I'm at a shipper convention. Then we get a glow-up montage. Chi Kong gets a haircut, new clothes, starts working out, transformation complete. Obviously, it looks like he's doing it to win skinny mean girl back, but I'm sitting here yelling at my screen. Boy, aim higher. You don't need that mean bitch. Next scene, Chang is back in his natural habitat, aka his home snake den, just chilling with his favorite buddy Xiaoku Boa, slithering up his arm like it pays rent. Out of nowhere, he gets a panicked call from his mother. Dad's in the hospital, come quick. And Cheng? He reacts like someone just told him the Wi-Fi is down. Calm, cool, borderline annoyed, and then with the biggest fine sigh, he finally leaves. Cut to outside, where we meet Cheng's backup dancers. Sorry, I mean minions. Very important detail. Minion number 1 is in a red shirt. Minion number 2 is in black. This is not a drill, people. Fashion matters. He tells them to watch the house, then strolls over to his luxury outdoor snake Airbnb to check on some exotic serpent. Meanwhile, his ride-or-die pal is still chilling on his wrist like a designer accessory. And then he actually teases it with, jealous? Cute. Adorable. Totally normal thing to say to your snake. Their relationship is giving power couple. And honestly, I'm not qualified to unpack that. So let's move on. He rolls up to his family mansion, where Mama Chi is calm. Must run in the family. Chung says he's headed to the hospital, but Mama Chi is like, nah, wait until tomorrow. He'll be asleep. Fishy much? Chung buys it and stays the night, only to get an unscheduled wake-up call from, you guessed it, red shirt minion number 1. The snake den has been raided, and suddenly, Chung shows the most emotion we've seen from him so far. Not about his dad, not about his family. Nope, about his snakes. Priorities, people. Downstairs, plot twist. Dad's alive, kicking and waiting. Cheng's like, oh, this was a diversion. Points for catching up, babe. Side note, the lighting in this scene is immaculate. Cheng brings sexy all the way back, but then Dad starts reading him for filth. He's 28. jobless, messy, basically the family disappointment starter pack. And then he straight up says Chung has perverted ways. Excuse me, sir? What? Are we suggesting he might be, wait for it, gay? Because I really thought the Snake Fight Club was already plenty perverted. Then Dad compares him to Guo Chung Yu, who apparently is everything a father could want in a son. Chung, absolute legend, just goes, "Why don't you make him your son?" Savage. Love him. But let's not forget, Guo Chung Yu was the guy at the snake club who pitted his snake against Chung's and lost. Are they friends? Rivals? Frenemies? I have no idea at this point. Cheng puffs coolly on a cigarette, unbothered. But Daddy Chi isn't done. He cranks it up and drags Cheng for not taking him seriously. Cheng puffs again, still cool and detached. And then, bam, the real threat drops. If Cheng doesn't get his act together and start working at the company, Daddy Dearest will not return his snakes. Damn, I did not see that one coming. But honestly, I'm here for the soap opera twist. Stakes? Raised. Snakes? In danger. Meanwhile, in the land of delusion, Chi Kong shows up all glowed up and handsome. He goes to see, you guessed it, skinny mean girl. Spoiler, she rejects him again, because of course she does. And then, deja vu, Wang Douche strikes again, literally. The dude pops out of nowhere and clocks Chi Kong in the head. Same song, second verse. Then he drags Chi Kong's name through the mud like a playground bully while clinging to his equally dreadful girlfriend. Honestly, those two deserve each other. Leave poor Chi Kong alone. Okay, this is the part where I seriously question what I've signed up for. I do not have the emotional energy to watch Chi Kong play human punching bag on repeat. Like, dude, stand up. I get that bullying is a common drama trope, but if they drag this out too long, I'm bailing. My patience has limits, and they don't include watching grown men get beat down like it's their side hustle. So, after getting bludgeoned, again, our boy Chi Kong drags himself to work, blood literally running down the side of his face. And does his boss care? Of course not. The man's late, so Bosszilla goes off. Oh great, another bully, because clearly Chi Kong needs more of those in his life. He tries to do his job, points out the busted equipment, and the boss still flips it on him, threatening to take it out of his paycheck. Like, excuse me? Sir, you're not just toxic, you're Amazon warehouse toxic. At that point, I'm bracing myself to write Chi Kong off as the resident pathetic soft boy. But then, plot twist, he surprises me. We get this actually beautiful moment. He starts with the internal monologue, telling himself he's had enough, that he's sick of people treating him like dirt and being poor. His face shifts, slowly, powerfully, and suddenly it's caterpillar to butterfly time. Then boom! He spins around, looks Bosszilla dead in the eye, and shouts, "I quit!" Cue me clapping at my screen. Yes, finally, that's the spark I needed. The writers pull it off. Our weak, trusting doormat just levels up into a young adult who's found his courage. Enough is enough. Next scene, Chi Kong shows up at the clinic and tells his new buddy, Dr. Jiang, he's changing his name to Wu Suowei. New name, new attitude, love it. However, for the purpose of going light on the narrator, I'll continue to refer to him as Chi Kong. Dr. Jiang gives him a little back room to stay in, which is kind of sweet. Then Chi Kong, full of determination, declares he's starting a business selling sugar figurines at the night market. Spoiler, it's a hot mess. But at least it gives us some laugh-out-loud comedy to break the tension. Of course, fate steps in, because who else runs the night market? None other than Chi Cheng, who's basically the respected boss of the block. Apparently, no one sells there without his permission. Perfect setup for our leads to finally collide. And collide they do. But here's the kicker, the magic moment. Their eyes meet, and bam, that spark, that instant chemistry, that, oh, this is why we watch BL moment. It's funny, messy, sweet, and honestly, perfectly done. They nailed it. But their encounter ends with Chi Kong's sticky sugar figurines all over Chi Cheng's very serious self. Downright hilarious. I mean, look at the expression on Cheng's face. Well, this encounter doesn't last long, leaving Chi Kong on the run. Again. And who else do we bump into at the market? Oh, look, it's Guo Chengyu. Remember him? Snake Fight Night VIP and the guy Papa Chi basically used as the "why can't you be more like him" poster child. Yeah, that guy. I'm still not sure if Chengyu and Chi Chong are friends. It feels more like they're respected adversaries, snake-fighting rivals, constantly trying to one-up each other. Chengyu definitely sees Chi Kyong as intriguing. Like, who is this dude? You know the whole, I don't know you, but damn, do I respect the way you just made my buddy look like a clown. Chengyu there with his emotional support minion because of course he is, and he clocks Chi Kong standing up to Cheng. Naturally, he's intrigued, so these two chase Chi Kong straight into the clinic. Chi Kong's panicked, yelling at Dr. Zhang to hide him, and runs into the back room. And here's where I nearly fall out of my seat. Guo Chengyu and his +1 strolls into the clinic, and instead of a manhunt, we suddenly get rom-com banter central. I mean, Chengyu sees Dr. Zhang and completely forgets about Chi Cheng. Damn, does this man have ADHD or what? Instead, he takes a seat at Dr. Zhang's desk and asks to see the doctor. Dr. Zhang asks, for what? And Chengyu basically tells him to guess. The doctor, bless him, deadpans, gynecological issues? Then go to the maternity hospital. Excuse me? The delivery, the sass, the shade. I'm wheezing. And here's the kicker. This isn't just banter. No, it's giving us full-on hate-to-love setup. Chengyu hits on the doc like he's auditioning for Thirst Trap Idol. Well, Dr. Zhang blocks him like an NBA point guard protecting his hidden patient in the back. Smooth, slick, and hilarious. Now, in case we forgot this Snake Fight Club foreshadowing, we already have a hint. Chengyu might not be straight. And here, oh, he isn't even hiding it. He's bold, direct, and basically saying, Doc, you're hot, let me ruin your life. Meanwhile, Dr. Zhang stays firm, running interference like a pro. Their encounter leaves the question of whether Dr. Zhang likes boys. But don't worry, we don't have to keep playing is he or isn't he for long. Thank you, writers. The very next day, a girl flirts with Dr. Zhang. She's like, why don't you have a girlfriend? And my boy just leans in like, sweetheart, I've only ever had boyfriends. Mic drop. Oh shit. She literally runs away and I cackle so hard I scare my dog. This is why I'm loving this series. They don't come to play coy. No hide the eggplant games. No endless guessing. They say, here's who's gay. Deal with it. Now let's get to the substance. And honestly, I'm here for it. The whole scene is sweet, delicate, and flat out hilarious. Easily one of my favorite moments so far. So, Chi Kong overhears Dr. Zhang casually telling a girl he's only into boys. And Chi Kong, he pops out of the back room looking like someone just told him Santa isn't real. Totally shook, Dr. Zhang notices the awkward vibes, and it makes for this hilariously cute moment. Also, let's be real, this is the writers flashing a neon sign saying, yes, folks, Chi Kong is straight. Lock that away. It's gonna matter later, but you can't keep a good man down, right? After his sugar figurine night market hustle crashed and burned harder than my New Year's resolutions, Chi Kong bounces back with a brand new brilliant business plan. And I gotta say, he's looking all kinds of cute and confident, like a golden retriever that thinks it invented fetch. So, what's his next genius move? Live streaming. Anti-theft tactics. Yep. He's literally gonna pretend to be a thief, film himself lifting phones, and call it educational content. Spoiler, this plan sucks. Naturally, the random victim he targets turns out to be none other than Chi Cheng. Of course, Cheng instantly flips him like a pancake, cranks his arm behind his back, and drops him to his knees. And listen, the position is, let's just say it's suggestive. Chi Kong's moaning, begging, and insisting he's not actually a thief, He's running a wholesome anti-theft channel, totally legit, right? Cheng yanks down Qikong's mask and bam, we get another charged, smoldering connection. And I don't care what anyone says, this entire scene is hot enough to set off a sprinkler system. Cheng, dressed head to toe in black, is serving full throttle fuckboy energy. I mean, he gives Qikong two options, get beat up or hand over the camera, and hilariously, Qikong actually chooses the beatdown. My guy, Cheng's like, cute, but no, I'm keeping the equipment. Savage. It's hilarious. And I ate it up like popcorn at a midnight premiere. So, Cheng rolls up in his all-black Mercedes at night because of course he does. Could this guy get any sexier? Spoiler. Apparently yes, because arrogance and entitlement are basically his cologne. He blocks the whole road like it's his own personal runway. Project Runway entitled Jerk Edition. I totally get it. No, wait, I don't. But hey, it fits our boy Cheng's bad boy resume. He walks into an office/club place. I don't know, but this shady little hangout turns out to be his minion clubhouse, and surprise, look who's there. The rat who helped get his reptiles snatched. Yes, the guy you barely remember. Minion number 2 in the black shirt. That guy. The room is dark, but not dark enough to hide Cheng's sexy ass because the camera knows its audience. Minion number 2 is crying like he just got cut from American Idol, begging for forgiveness. And Cheng, ice cold, he pulls his squad like it's The Bachelor handing out roses, except instead of roses, it's trauma. Like, bro, did I click into a different genre by accident? And here's the part that bothers me. Cheng basically throws minion number 2 to the wolves and tells the others to have fun. Yeah, fun. But not the kind of fun I can describe here unless I want YouTube to cancel me into oblivion. It's dark, unsettling, and honestly, a bit much. Cheng, we get it. You're a tough guy, but yikes. Cheng struts out all mysterious, and guess who shows up? Wang Douche and his sidekick, Skinny Mean Girl. Just when I think I've escaped the episode without their tragic energy. Turns out Cheng's vehicle is blocking Wang Douche's ride. Again, because parking rules are for peasants. Wang Douche pops off, but Skinny Mean Girl, she's busy mentally undressing Cheng right there. You can practically see her Instagram bio updating to single. Honestly, I can't even blame her. Cheng might be toxic, but at least he's hot toxic. Cheng says nothing, just slides back into his buttery leather seat like a man who knows the camera is loving him and drives off smooth as hell. But wait, plot twist. As Wang Douche and Skinny Mean Girl head down the road, headlights blind them. It turns into a game of chicken, and of course Wang Douche takes the challenge because the village is missing its idiot. Skinny Mean Girl screams slow down. He doesn't. He finally swerves too late and they crash. And me, zero sympathy, none, nada, consider my emotional investment cashed out. Honestly, I cheer. Those two clowns have it coming. What they did to Qikong was criminal. And who steps out of the other car? None other than Qi himself, smug as a cat that just stole the whole damn dairy. Damn boy. The door slides open and out tumbles Skinny Mean Girl. Fantastic. Just when I thought we'd finally seen the last of her bony chaos. Guess what? She's single now. So the next scene drops us back in the lovely Chai family living room, aka Cheng's personal torture chamber, where Daddy Chi delivers the classic, "You're a disappointment" speech. He basically tells Cheng, "You've got 1 year to straighten up and get married, or I'll pick your wife for you." Nothing says true love like a shotgun marriage arranged by your daddy, right? Cheng, in his trademark, I couldn't care less mode, chills with his bestie and emotional support snake, Xiao Kubao. He shrugs and goes, "Fine, as long as she's not scared of snakes." And I'm sitting there like, well, I'm out. That's a hard deal breaker for me. Can you imagine date night? Here's the wine, and here's my 12-foot python. No thanks. Then Cheng seals the deal by kissing the real love of his life. Yep, Xiao Kubao. He's expressionless and smug, like the king he thinks he is. Meanwhile, Daddy Chi casually slides in a question about whether Chung has anything to do with old Wang's son's little accident that left Wang Douche paralyzed. Chung hits him with the smoothest, "Who? Don't know him." I mean, gangster, cold, and somehow still hot. One silver lining, though, bright side, no more Wang Douche running around hitting people in the head with bricks. Pun absolutely intended. Yeah, he's paralyzed. I'm terrible, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? Still don't care. Bon voyage and good riddance. I'll see myself to hell. Front row, VIP. Cut to Chi Kong on the pity pot, whining about his failed business ventures. Honestly, if failure is a sport, he's the reigning MVP. But lucky for him, Dr. Jiang shows up, bless his handsome, pure-hearted self, to hook him up with a job driving a truck for some family member. Shout out to Dr. Jiang, MVP of this episode. And just when I think I'm safe, no more skinny mean girl, there she comes, sashaying out of nowhere in full after 5 cocktail attire in a parking lot. Girl, this isn't a red carpet, it's asphalt. She plops her bony ass on Chung's Mercedes grill like she's posing for a knockoff perfume ad. Desperation by Chanel. Cheng strolls out of his evil lair chop minion clubhouse, and there she is, fake flirting like her life depends on it, touching his arm, batting her lashes. Let's be real, she wouldn't be touching that arm if Xiao Kubao was wrapped around it. But Chung clocks her game instantly and thinks, maybe this idiot can double as my fake girlfriend to shut my parents up. Smooth operator. And here's where I tip my hat to the writers, because this is comedy gold. Cheng offers her a ride, casually tossing in, but heads up, there's a snake in the car. As much as I hate to give her credit, skinny mean girl actually keeps her cool. She peeks in, sees Zhao Kubao saying hello, swallows her gag reflex, and chirps, "Cute snake." Damn. Well played, bitch. Well played. So, Chung ends up back in his moody bat cave, the dark room with empty snake cases. Tragic. It's like watching Batman walk into the bat cave and realizing Robin pawned the Batmobile. Minion number 1 is hanging around, and Chung asks, "Where's Daddy keeping my snakes?" After some deep thinking, well, Chung's version of it, he decides they must be at the family factory, because obviously, nothing screams secure snake storage like parking them next to industrial shipments of whatever they make. Meanwhile, over in the final scene, poor Chi Kong has just landed a job and is suddenly trusted with a super crucial shipment. He's told only the chairman, aka Chung's daddy, can authorize its release. Chi Kong swears an oath that no one other than God himself can make him open the truck. Relax, dude. You're not babysitting Baby Yoda. Then the truck gets stopped at the gate by, you guessed it, Minion number 1, who apparently has nothing better to do. Chi Kong is pissed. He tries to sneak back into the truck like a raccoon with bills to pay, but bam! Chung shows up and pins him against the door. And let me tell you, this isn't just a pin. It's seductive villain wrestling hot. Chi Kong throws shade, insisting, "I promised only God could make me open this truck." Cheng leans in closer, voice dropping like he's auditioning for 50 Shades of Snake, and says, "I am the God here." Oh snap. Somebody get Chi Kong a fan, because the tension is sizzling. And me? I'm shipping these two so hard that I already named the boat. Then, Chi Kong turns and sees his arch nemesis in full smolder mode. And he's not wrong when he complains, "Why are you always in my business?" Facts. Chung has been sabotaging every single gig this man has tried. If Chi Kong opened a lemonade stand, Chung would probably roll up and demand to taste test the lemons. Chi Kong, trying to salvage some pride, demands 500 wen in payment. Chung scoffs and tells his boy to pay him 5,000 wen instead, because nothing says alpha move like tipping your enemy like a stripper. Chi Kong storms off and follows Fool Minion inside to get his cash, while Chung broods handsomely about his missing snakes. Priorities. And just when I think we're done, boom, Skinny mean girl shows up again. This time she looks like a popsicle stick wrapped in a polka dot tablecloth. She simpers, "I didn't want you to disappear again. Did you miss me?" Chung gives her the cold shoulder so hard I swear frost forms on screen before muttering, "Let's go." Of course, Chi Kong pops out just in time to witness the world's least convincing kiss between Chung and Skinny Mean Girl. His face? Pure, about to Hulk out. And there it is, folks, the ultimate rom-com launchpad. The misunderstanding? Chi Kong thinks Chung has ruined his jobs, stolen his dignity, and is now parading Skinny Mean Girl around just to mess with him. Which means for Chi Kong, naturally, it's on. Okay? And that's the cliffhanger for episode 1 of Revenge Love. Buckle up because the petty is strong with this series. Before I jump into what I loved and maybe side-eyed a little in this episode, let me shamelessly promote my own chaos for a second. My debut M/M romance novella, The Unintended Escort, is officially available for pre-order on Amazon. If you love BL stories with emotional tension, slow burn attraction, humor, luxury settings, and two characters who absolutely did not plan to fall for each other, this might be your thing. It starts with a mistaken identity and one unexpected weekend that changes everything. And yes, the heat level is definitely not for the shy. You can grab the ebook using the link in my description below. Now, back to the drama, because we need to talk about this episode. Okay, episode 1. What do I think of it in the series so far? If you can't tell already, I really enjoyed this episode. No, I loved it. Sure, there are a few bumps, but not the kind that make me stop watching. What I liked? The pace. Finally, a show that doesn't crawl slower than my Wi-Fi on a stormy night. Every scene keeps the story moving. Not once do I zone out or scroll my phone. From surprise encounters with Guo Chenghe and Dr. Jiang to unexpected awe moments that make my heart do the K-pop flutter, the momentum is there. The characters. Chi Kong is our underdog, and I'm rooting for him hard. He's relatable, scrappy, and carries the weight of the world and apparently a shipment truck on his shoulders. Cheng, on the other hand, walks in like a full-time villain and part-time Gucci model. And by the end, I'm actually buying his gangster swag. Meanwhile, Dr. Jiang, MVP. Funny, charming, and let's face it, if this series doesn't work out, he deserves his own spin-off rom-com. The chemistry. I feel it from all directions. Every potential pairing sparks, but it never tips into clownish. The writers know exactly when to pull back before the silly gets too silly. Also, shout out to the actors. I don't even speak Chinese, but the facial expressions, body language, and comedic timing translated loud and clear. Chi Kong and Dr. Jiang especially have me laughing out loud in their scenes. Like actual LOL, not the fake text kind. What I didn't like? It's a short list, but here we go. Snakes. I say it once, and I'll say it again. I don't do snakes. Yet, by the end of the episode, I almost understand why someone might. Almost. Like, maybe if I'm drunk. Also, the snake violence scene? Hard pass. Don't come at me with, "That's nature." I get it. Nature is cruel. But you know what else is nature? Avocados. Show me that instead. And yes, I know the snake fight is CG, and no real snakes were hurt. Still nope. And lastly, the spoils of the snake fight, the man being passed to the winner looking like a scared kid, plus that whole gang of minions being told to have fun with the guy who sold Chung out. Big nope. I refuse to unpack it further. I know there are worse things in cinema, but I did not sign up for Snake Hunger Games, Junior Edition. Final thoughts overall, I had a blast with episode 1. The pacing, the laughs, the drama, it all works. I'm absolutely queuing up the next episode, and I hope you'll join me. Because if Chung keeps smoldering, Dr. Jiang keeps saving the day, and Chi Kong keeps stumbling into chaos, then we're all in for a ride.